Going on to you Leos out here. So you have the Five of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and then you Leos have the Six of Pentacles. So these three cards right here for you Leos. Um some of you Leos try to get to know somebody that it didn't last very long, because you understand, you Leos understand that this person is going to have a very difficult time dating, because they're super high caste system, super classful, or having class, right? It's that, you know, they sedity, they're uppity, you know what I mean? They're delusional about comparing themselves to you, right? They're on another higher level than you. And maybe some of you Leos could be getting snubbed by some people. And what I mean by that is some people around you starting to act funny style, whether it's finances, whether it's romance, family. Some people acting brand new, right? They acting differently. They don't have the same amount of respect as they should have for you. Six of Pentacles, because they don't understand that fine art of reciprocity. They don't understand. They don't have a value system like respect, because what's going on here is they're in a particular situation where like when somebody gets money, especially around tax time, how it is that like, you know, they'll disappear and they'll spend out all their money and then they'll show up again with nothing to show for it. You know, something like that. How it is that money and attention makes people lose their mind. The Chariot in the world right here represents. So you Leos right now just starting to see the darker natures of some people, about how some people can be cool with you, and then, you know, in certain situations they start moving completely differently, and you Leos now start to see why it is that they can't be taken seriously, why you can't trust them. It's the fact that you Leos see it for what it is. Like, why couldn't they just came to you and tell you if they had a problem, right? And you Leos don't necessarily know what it is that you did to get this person upset or to upset this person, but it just seems like out of nowhere, you know, this family member, friend, or this romantic interest is just now switching up on you, and you're unsure as to what's going on. So the World card right here represents the next step for you Leos is to essentially leave them alone, right? If they can't tell you what the problem is, and they're just now starting to wild out on you from the perspective of they moving differently, that's a problem that person has, and that you really got to stay away from them, because they've got some real issues. So now the thing is that the Star card, which represents Aquarius, your opposite zodiac sign, you Leo's got other things going on that you need to actually handle, because the longer you hang out with this person is the more this person is going to become a detriment to you. Hanging out with them, they're only going to bring you down. So I don't necessarily suggest you hang out with them too much or associate yourself with them too much. The King of Pentacles and the Seven of Cups right here, because they're going to find a way to betray you. I'm just letting you know that's how the game works, right? I'm talking about worse. They may come back to you later on down the line and act like they don't understand why you ignored them. These people, I remember, real quick, I remember knowing this person, right? And she was living an alternative lifestyle. I don't have a problem with that. I don't care. Anyway, the person one time saw me. I ain't say anything to the person. I always have to be the one to say what up. Person doesn't want to reciprocate, doesn't want to, okay, whatever. It is what it is. I'm learning and growing too. I'm going through stuff too. When's the last time you come over to cheer me up? Never. It's always one-sided. So I ain't say what up to the person. Person didn't say what up to me. I just looked. Okay, it is what it is. I ain't see the person in about a month and a half. Person was like, oh yeah, you know what I'm saying? Basically, the person basically bust down and told me that basically they got like a tax rebate, or some sort of tax refund or something like this. And I realized what it was. Oh, the person was feeling themselves when they got that tax rebate. And the person was hiding from me because it was all that time, all that amount of money that the person had I spent on that person. And to be honest with you, it wasn't. But all the times that the person was asking me for $5 here, $5 there, it at the end of the day, it didn't really add up to much. It's $5, right? It's less than it was less than $500. Basically, it was less than $500. But the point that I'm trying to make here with that is, the person felt like I was gonna ask them for something, ask them for some of that money back. And even if I was, so what? No, but the person doesn't want to reciprocate on anything. But to be honest with you, I wasn't gonna go ahead and ask the person for any kind of money, right? I didn't even know that the person had a tax refund up until they told me what it was. But this is the delusional, warped mentality. The person is thinking, oh, well, I'm going to ask them for some money. And I didn't even know about the tax refund that the person had up until the person told me that they had a tax refund. So they basically self-snitched. And that's how weird people will move. They'll get some money, and it's like they go insane for a minute, or they get attention, right? Those are the two biggest personality changes. They get attention or some form of money, and then they like go insane for a minute. It's like they disappear or they start wilding out. And the thing is that the Eight of Pentacles and the devil right here represents how. So that's what's going on with you, Leos. This person is getting some form of attention or some form of money somehow, and they feeling themselves a little bit too much, or either that or they mad at the fact that you getting somewhere and you have to share it with them like you owe them something, right? Like you're obligated, like you have to, like it is mandatory. You don't move up unless you do it, right? Meanwhile, you Leos did all the hard work to get what you could. You Leos could be balling out right now, having a good time, living life well. And y'all are in a position where this person has the audacity and the unmitigated gall to now start talking to you about how, right? Or start moving a different kind of way with you. These people are weirdos. So again, the devil. They don't have your best interest in mind. These people are warped, so you have to stay away from them. Let's clarify this. Let's clarify this King of Pentacles. You are the King of Pentacles. They don't like the fact that you got some things worked out with you that you've prepared yourself for. The strength, which is Leo, strength, Seven of Swords, Judgment, Six of Swords, right, Four of Swords. They want what it is that you have, and they're starting to develop a certain amount of jealousy to them. So you have to really watch out for them because they don't mean you any good. This could be romantic interest that you're just now getting to know, potentially even somebody that you've been seeing and you're kind of comfortable with them, not long, but it could also be family members. It could also be friends that you've known for a certain amount of time, and out of nowhere, or some sort of associates switching up. So just be on your P's and Q's, Leo. Like, that's it. Comment on the video, like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, share the video. Peace.